Mascara all around. It was frilly and it was punk. The guitars sang, organs groaned, sample beats ticked and thumped, harmonies soared. The dancing was close, introspective or wild, all limbs and hair flicks and posing. And the booze and the speed and the whirl of the sound, a disco to the millennium. That was the sound, this was the band. Morgan and Curtis danced with some students, stepping on together. Francis cushioned a bottle at the bar and no one thought about Gordon. The night pumped into the morning, the music ceaseless, the energy unfading, dancing, shuffling, theatrical, uninhibited. The three remaining members of the band settled into a booth, drank gin and brandy and lager and talked about music. It was all about music, and they talked about themselves. It was all about them, their show, their music. That's why people were there. It was a party thrown for them, by them. They sat in the booth, psychedelic sounds surrounding, and laughed and talked. Around them, hardly an entourage, just a bunch of people, a rotation of acquaintances, fans, hangers-on, everyone into something, everyone. But among this, Francis had fallen silent. All too much again. Too much chatter, too much brandy. His eyes were heavy, his face blank. Over by one of the columns, the hard square stacks holding the low balcony, he noticed the tall, leathery figure of Kesty, looking at her watch. A stubby plastic wine glass limped between her fingers. Her lank brown hair fell framing her face, disturbed. She looked up and saw him staring blankly through the dark at her. A sad, faint smile and a twitch of her brow drew him from his seat, squeezing past knees, unapologetically, clumsily drunk, happy to leave his drink behind. She asked him for a cigarette, cautious. Her expression warned of displeasure or discontent. They communicated with stark inconsistency, at times incapable, other times with the private insularity of a brother and sister. Alike, they were inconsistent, like two independent sinusoidal blades coming together or passing across. Nothing else was said. He took out two embassies, lit them. He breathed in her perfume, heavy and dry. It reminded him of opening his pencil case at primary school. Pencil sharpenings and scented erasers. The intake of tobacco hit him, woozy. He took a breath of the clear feminine air and held steady. Tonight their wavelengths were not synchronized, or something held them back. Francis could see her discomposure. He noticed a rip in the sleeve of her jacket, a little mascara gathered on her lashes. He accepted her beauty, but he didn't sense any attraction. Maybe she wasn't his type, maybe because she was Gordon's girlfriend. He had known her for years, he knew her too well. They were alike but different. He came from the North Midlands, the bland suburb of a bland market town. Detached lives in detached houses. He had crashed through school, introverted and independent, somehow blooming into the showman, the mouthpiece, the gentle star in their microcosmos. And she came from Holland Park, public school, her mother from dead German aristocracy, her father, like Gordon's, a son of the stage. Kesty was international, a playboy. She had the world. Razzmatazz played, heartbreaking and sonic. Their eyes met, they both tried, their words clashed and they shut down. I haven't seen him all night. Gordon, I haven't seen him. Hardly anything, but it made the necessary start. They still weren't harmonised, her discomfort and worry apparent. Francis thought only of himself at that moment. He didn't care about Gordon. He didn't care about Kesty. All he could manage were clumsy words that served only to feed her down, to cast aspersions over the attitude and state of mind of his friend. Pissed off, she raised her voice, cigarette flushing red around her gesticulating hand, all drama and sensation. Her anger directed at both men. They had both let her down. And Francis reacted stupidly, taking it personally. He didn't match her anger, he sulked, suggested his indifference, told her it was her problem and left her standing there. The lights flashed over the dancing throng, the music, a new band, a different look, a different sound washed through the dark. She wanted to go home. That was the night. That was the sound.
It's almost physical.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love to set the scene.
Yeah.
I think it's really important. When I read, I like to be drawn into a book.
Yeah.
So for me, it's really important to create an atmosphere. So I feel like I got that one.
Yeah, you did. Don't you think you did?
Yeah.